So the cowardlies, they just want to be doing videos and deleting them, huh? Y'all some cow. Why don't y'all keep them videos up, man? Why don't y'all keep them videos up? All right. Why y'all cowardlies delete the video for, man? If y'all gonna post it, leave it up there, man. Send me a clipping of it. If y'all so convicted and confident and y'all want to be slandering, and that's nothing but cowardly behavior, man. All right, but hey, I already got enough play, man. All right, you can do your little cowardly videos and delete them. All right. I guess I just need to start tuning into y'all more and start doing reaction videos off of y'all guys. All right. I was gonna wait till the smoke clears the air, but since y'all want to start defaming people's character and deleting the videos, and or maybe y'all wanted to have maybe y'all want to go do a correction video, right? So now I just got to be on y'all's neck, man. Thank y'all so much for letting me know that y'all over there doing deleted videos again. Spoiling. Thank you so much, man. All right. Thank you so much. I appreciate all you guys that are working extra hard on thank you so much, man. I appreciate the effort that y'all are doing. I really take it to heart. It's building me. It's giving me the momentum, the strength to shut y'all guys down, man. All right. I'm starting off with Dante Lamar Bell, and I will work my way down. Right. So right now, I'm not gonna waste too much energy on these other guys. Right. Mr. Dante Lamar Moore, just wait. Right. Just wait. Right. Just wait. Right. Right now, I got my hands kind of semi-full right now. Once I knock this head off, everybody else's head will be a lot easier. Right. A lot easier. So I don't want to open up too many battlefields at one time. Right. Let me get this one situated. Let me get this notch under my belt, and we can start going like Denzel Washington on Training Day. You get a case, you get a case, you get a case. But right now, I need to concentrate on Dante Lamar Bell. Right. I need to concentrate and keep my energy on Dante Lamar Bell. Right. After I get my notch on my belt, then I will go after the others. Right. But right now, I will be patrolling the yard, right? The Booty Bandit yard, right? I will be patrolling the Booty Bandit yard, all right? I gotta keep it. I guess I gotta be the gatekeeper for you motherfuckers. Y'all are leaving me no option but to be the gatekeeper. So, thank you all, man. Right. Right now, I need to get my notch on my belt from one character. Once I get my notch on my belt, cowardly behavior, man. Right. And the legal term is called spoilage. Spoilage, right? You create videos and delete the videos. Why do that? If you're so convicted and so, keep the videos up, man. Because I went right now to Mr. Lamarck's Tarot. There's nothing up there. All right. So it must have got deleted. All right. I done clarified your kidnapping story. All right. So next time you do any kind of content, do not manipulate documents or try to spin narratives or try to, or how we in Mexicans say it, echándole más crema a los tacos, right? Sometimes you don't gotta add too much, man. It already has just enough, right? The more you add to it, it just fucks it up, man. Right? You don't have to add too much to it. So today, beautiful day, man. Right? Beautiful day. Got to get ready here in a few hours and explain ourselves. Right? Explain ourselves to people that really matter. Right? To people that really matter. Thank you, Mark Moore. All right. I was gonna give you a pass, man. I was not giving you a pass, man, but I was letting nature take its course, right, without me interrupting it. But apparently, you need me to be the gatekeeper for you, right? You need me to be there to keep you in that cage, right? You need me to be there. So starting today, I will be watching all your content. Moving forward, I will be watching all your content and recording it, man, for evidence, man. Just to catch you. All right. And I guess that's gonna give me content, man, right? I'm just gonna be doing reaction videos off of y'all motherfuckers. Right? I guess I have to go get me a better phone to where I can watch y'all's lives and insert myself on the smaller PIP and just record myself watching y'all's live on my phone. Right? My phone doesn't give me that capacity. It just gives me media and voice. It doesn't give me the camera. All right? I know. I'm pretty sure if this phone gives me that capability, I'm pretty sure the newest, baddest phones gives me to where I can do what I'm asking it to do. Right? Where I want to watch your live on my phone and react to it. I see people do it, so that's what I want to do. All right? So I can do it from the comfort of my bed. So yeah, man. Thank y'all guys, man. It's like the more y'all feel like y'all are doing something, man. All y'all doing is just hurting yourselves, man. All right. That's all y'all are doing. Cause I'm not gonna stop, man. Right now, I just been on I guess y'all probably been thinking that I've been plotting Steve. Man, I'm enjoying my life, man. Right? I learned from my first mistakes about, you know, getting on here and letting the videos get to me. Right now, I do my videos, and that's it, man. YouTube stays in YouTube, and that's it. Right? I've learned to be able to do that. Right? But I still have to. People still have to pay consequences. Right? Listen. People still got to pay the piper, man. They still have to pay the piper, right? And like I've said it numerous times, man, I'm not no choir boy. I'm not no angel. I've defamed my own character, man, by my own doing, man. Bless you. By me having a criminal record, right? I've damaged my own character, man, right? Yes, you can call me whatever you want based off, but I have no kidnapping charge, man. I ain't kidnapped nobody, right? I ain't got no sexual deviancy, man. I don't have any kind of shit like that, right? Pleaded it. They're talking about plead. I've never pleaded out for nothing, man, right? The only time I ever pleaded out for was for like a possession charge, right? And out of that, the possession wasn't even mine to begin with, man. I got booked in, and when the cop checked back there was a baggie that wasn't even mine, man. Right? It was a fucking empty bag of residue. It was. I'll tell you the honest truth, man. It wasn't mine, right? That possession, I was able to plead out to an attempted possession, right? That's the only time that I can remember I ever pled out to any kind of lesser charge, right? I've never pled out to any kind of a lesser of a crime. I've never snitched on anybody to get myself out of a crime. I don't have any kind of deviancy, man. You know, I can explain myself to what's the truth. I can explain the truth, man. Right? Whatever is the truth, and I've been convicted and I've been in trouble for, I can explain it. Right? I can tell you what happened, and then after I tell you what happened, if you don't believe me, you can go read the police report. Right? So there's no point of me telling you this happened while you could verify and tell me the other happened. But thank y'all so much, man. I was looking for y'all sympathizers to come out, man. That way I can, release all these emotions before I appear in court, man. And thank y'all so much, man. I really do appreciate y'all coming in here and sympathizing and trying to get a reaction. Thank y'all so much, man, because it basically helped me vent it out. And thank y'all, man. So if they could just stop being so cowardly and deleting videos, and I guess they don't want to face the consequences, right? It's like they want to go in there and do cowardly shit, throw rocks and hide their hand, right? They want to throw rocks and then hide their hand and be like, oh, that wasn't me, right? But like I said, man, I got enough on my plate with Mr. Donte Lamar Bell right now at the moment, right? At the moment. All this is a effect of Donte Lamar Bell spreading propaganda, the defamation of my character, right? That they try to manipulate my convictions, manipulate my criminal background, right? To try to fit their narrative, right? It went from being aggravated pedophile to I guess a kidnapper, right? But a kidnapper that pleaded out to all these heinous crimes that these guys paint in people's scenarios, and all these what ifs and all this, yeah, this. right? But like I said earlier, man, I will never run from the truth, right? Give me. You wanted, you brought it up. I gave you the truth, right? If you don't believe it, that's you, right? That's you. You have, everything is public information, everything, right? Everything, everything. I don't have any plead out. So you're gonna have to submit, right? My criminal background as your evidence as to why you were able to call me these names, right? And every time I clearly told you there was nothing such of nature happening, but still refuse, still continue, causing the defamation of my character, right? So now you got actual rapists thinking I'm a rapist, or I'm part of their team, right? No, right? It's not far from that. Right? Far from that, man. Right? Right? And me and my first baby mama, we're only like two in a few months. We're not like an outrageous number, right? To when we first met, right? So there's nothing for me to be like guilty or shameful, right? Because we were both teenagers when we met, right? The circumstances where we met, we met catching the DART bus going downtown to alternative school, right? We were both going to alternative school in downtown, right? That's how I met her. That's how I met my first baby mama, man, right? So the age difference between me and my first baby mama, it's not that like, oh man, that's no, man, right? And it's not like I was a grown man with the minor. No, man, we were teenagers, right? Just a few years difference, right? A few years difference, right? That's it. So where the mom, all right, I went to prison for burglary of a habitation in 2001, right? That's the only time I ever went to prison, right? And let me explain to you, right, what my charges were. My charges were burglary of a habitation, right? So if you read that charge and you research it and you look into it, it basically means you broke into a home while somebody was there, either during the day, during the night. Somebody was in there at the time of you allegedly breaking into the home, right? That is what is considered a burglary of a habitation, okay? But if you go read the police report of my case was a simple domestic violence where the father-in-law or the stepdad closed the door, I kicked it in, and we fucked them up some more inside the house, right? So that's the crime that I went to prison for, right? I got charged for burglary of a habitation. Was it a burglary of habitation? No, right? Because my intentions were not to burglarize the home. I didn't kick in the door to steal a TV. I didn't kick in the door to steal anything, right? I kicked in the door to assault somebody, right? Kick somebody's ass, right? So the mom, I paid damages to the door. All this is in the documents, man, right? The stepdad supposedly signed an affidavit with a false name, right? So when it was time for me to court on me, the mom knew that I had paid him $500 for the damage to the door and the extra they kept, right? Because most likely the maintenance man probably fixed the door for free, right? So when they pocketed those $500 that I paid him for the damage, right? But the affidavit was invalid because when I went to court, he signed it with the wrong name, right? The dude was an ex-convict. He didn't like me from the beginning, right? So all this I could have been not gone to prison, man, if the mom would have just told the truth, right? If the mom would have just told the truth of what happened, that it was argument, that I fought with her husband, and that's what it all been, man. A simple assault, a domestic violence, that's it, right? But I got charged for burglary of habitation, right? I had to go do 2 years for that, right? And in theory, it really wasn't burglary of a habitation, right? So most of the times that I've gone to county jail, my criminal record has been because my baby mama, my first baby mama, man, right? When she would come and spend the night with me, my mom didn't like it, right? But my mom was like, you know, what could she do? Right? She would let her come over and she'd spend the night, right? Apparently, the mom didn't like that, right? I understand that. As a father, I wouldn't like my daughter, you know, spending the night. Right? I understand that, right? So the mom went and filed harboring a runaway, right? But she wasn't a runaway, right? But like I said, the mom always was shady. Always shady, man, right? So yes, I got a harboring a runaway, right? But that's because she was the mother. She wasn't the mother of my kids yet, right? She was my girlfriend then, right? I think it was one of that she was supposed to go to school and she didn't. You know, we were going to schools, man, right? Once I turned 17, I stopped going, right? I stopped going. I turned an adult. Once I turned 17, I became an adult. So I stopped going to school. I didn't have to go to school anymore. I didn't have to go report probation. I didn't have to go do any of that no more once I turned 17. At 14, at 15, at 16, I was on juvenile probation, right? I was on juvenile probation. Once I turned 17, they're like, no, you're an adult now. We don't care about juvenile no more, right? So I don't have anything to be ashamed of, man. You know, it's like if at the time she would have been a minor and I would have been an adult, man, I'd be something to be ashamed of, man. If I was in my 20s and she was still in her teens, man, yeah, that would be something to be ashamed of, man, right? But me and her it wasn't even my apartment. It was my mom's apartment, man. I was living with my mom, right? She was the one paying the bills at the time, right? So the way they make it seem like I kidnapped or whatever they want to do, man, it's not like that, man, right? It's nothing like that, and I don't mind explaining people, man, because that you know, I made myself a public figure by coming on here on YouTube, and I expect, you know, scrutinizing, right? And I don't mind people questioning me about my past when it's the truth, man, because I can answer you. I can explain to you. And when I explain to you, I'm not going to try to justify or I'm just going to tell you the truth, man, right? And you can always fact check on what I tell you, right? Because it's public knowledge, right? So it's a lot easier to explain the truth, man, right? And not sugarcoat it. Right? So they can do you know, I can do the same thing they do, man. But that I don't function off false, right? Or defaming anybody's character or whatnot, man, right? I don't have nothing to be ashamed of, man. The only thing, you know, if anything that I could have done different, anything in my life, would probably be, the domestic violence, man. Right? Maybe I should have. I don't know, man. All I can do is, apologize to the first, which I done already. Uh, you know, me and her should be on good terms. I haven't, you know, I haven't did anything to her, man. If anything, both of our kids are adults. They're successful. She did her part. I did my part. And I don't blame her or hold any kind of grudges against her. You know what I mean? She tried her best as a mother, and that's it, man. Me and my first baby mama. I know she probably feels that we should have probably worked it out or stuck it out, but it wasn't going to work out, man. It wasn't going to work out. So you know I've made my peace, man, with the people I've affected in my past, man. I don't have no victims, man. Right? I ain't never shot nobody, and not that I didn't try, but I've never really hit anybody, man. Right? I've never stabbed anybody. Uh, I don't have no victims, man, of any kind. Right? To say, oh man, you fucking did this or did. Nah, I don't, man. Or somebody has a scar because you did this to them. Nah. Maybe one dude might have a scar where I broke a beer bottle over his head. Maybe that guy. Maybe he's a victim. Right? That I've done. Right? I've broken a 40 ounce over somebody's head. Yeah, I've done that. But that's as far as I've done to harm somebody. Right? I've slapped a couple of dolphins around, but I ain't never really where somebody can say, hey man, I'm a victim of yours. No, man. Right? And there's nothing on my record or convictions that say other. Right? Nothing. Right? The only thing that I'm ashamed of my criminal record, man, is the domestic violence, man. That I am ashamed of, man, because there's no explaining it, man. There's no justification, man. There's no nothing other than hold your own self accountable and call it for what it is. You know what I mean? That at that time and place in my life, I was a piece of shit, man. Right? My judgment was clouded by influences, by drugs, alcohol. Makes it no excuse or doesn't make it right? Because I still had the will to, choose to do other. Right? So yeah, man, that in a way, my criminal convictions, that, yes, right? Because no man should, at the end of the day, should do that, man. Right? And that, yes, I am ashamed of that. Right? I don't, I'm not proud of that. I'm ashamed of it. I learned from my mistakes, not to do that, man. Right? Not to argue with the female or put myself in a situation like that, man. Right? And sometimes, you have to be the bitch and bite your balls and just walk away, man. Even through your pride's hurt, and it is what it is, man. Done, right? I haven't done too much bad stuff, man. Not compared to half of these motherfuckers, right? And think about it, man. That the people that I affected, I've already made amends, man. Like, my first baby mama, man. Like, when I got custody of my kids, man. To this day, I still don't ask her to pay me what she owes me, man. But it's to me, it feels good, man. You know, flexing that my first baby mama owes me $30,000 in child support, man. To me, that's a flex, man. Because it's like, you know, it shows that I did my part as a father, man. Right? That I'm one of so many few fathers that are able to say, look, man, she owes me, right? She owes me instead of being the other way around. Because I've been the other way around, man. Right? I've been having to pay child support. Especially when you're back due child support. When you're back due, you're like, fuck, man. You get into child support and you're already back due. I'm like, fuck, I thought we were gonna start from today. You're like, yeah, but she's been receiving all kinds of benefits that now you're responsible, Mr. Martinez. Right? I had to pay all that back due child support, or else I wasn't gonna get no income tax. Right? All my income tax was gonna get picked up. Right? And I didn't choose to do that to her, man. You know what I mean? So, man, you know, I just need to get on here just to get my mind right, then, and get ready, man. You see, because these characters, they're spinning any kind of narrative they want, man. All right. Now it's talking about kidnapping. Like, they don't even know what to come up with, man. All right. Kidnapping. Holding people against their will. All right. It sounds, them fucking scenarios that people paint, man, they sound a lot better than the fucking actual truth, right? People don't want to hear the truth. People they want to hear the stories from apex predators, you know. But hopefully, me clearing up their misinterpretation of convictions and kidnapping is, right. Kidnapping is holding people against their will, restraining them, you know, locking. You know, you can even lock somebody inside a house, and that would be considered kidnapping, right? You can, anywhere you put or you move somebody without them wanting to be, is considered kidnapping, man. Right? If I move you from one place to another without your permission or you unwillingly, I kidnapped you, man. Right? Even if I moved you from the living room to the closet, or from point A to point B, right? Doesn't matter. All right. Somebody that's a criminal, did 20 years in prison, I would think they would be more informed on legal terminology, paperwork. I would assume, right? I'm like, fuck, you got nothing but time. I had to work on your case, right? Find some type of way to, you know, beat your case, a loophole, how to get lesser time. Do something, man, productive with your time, right? Learn the law, practice it, better yourself. Knowledge is power, right? But people have the habits of tendencies of trying to spin, like perfect example, Dante Lamar Bell, right? Let's use him as an example, right? He found a legal document that said no bill, right? Now I understand it, man. Fuck, I would too. If I seen a no bill with Dante Lamar Bell's name on it, I would have questioned him too, man. I would have said, bro, hey, check this out, man. What does this mean? Right? And can you explain? I don't want to go off and start thinking the worst of you, man. Let me know, man. Right? I would have given him the benefit of the doubt to explain himself. Right? Explain yourself, man. Look, man, I really like you, dude. I think you're a cool dude, but I don't want this to fuck up our friendship, man. What is, can you explain yourself? Before I go do my research and, I want to hear it from you. What do you got to say? Now, if I don't believe, or I don't believe you're telling me the truth, well, then you know what? I'm going to go and do my research, right? I'm going to go do my research before I make any kind of scenarios or put anything about you out there, man, right? I'm not just going to go, hey, man, look, hey, then it's going to be after you explain to me, and then I go find legal documents, and I'm like, oh, man, look, fuck, this is this, okay, man, okay, you were telling the truth, man, right? You got no convictions, you got no, okay, so, man, it could have all been a misunderstanding, yes, right? But it's not too good for you to believe that, man, right? You don't want to believe that, right? You don't. It doesn't fit the narrative that you want, right? So that's why you had to go find Francisco Martinez, right? That I plead out to a case in 2000. I never plead out to no case, man, right? And what did I plead out to? Burglary of habitation? So I went in there for aggravated assault, kidnapping, the worst of the worst, and I copped out for burglary of habitation. That's what I pled out to, because I've only been to prison once, from 2001 to 2003, right? I've only been to prison once. So people are saying that I pleaded out in 2000. What did I plead out to, right? From aggravated assault, kidnapping, I pled out to burglary of habitation. Does that make any kind of legal sense to anybody? Right. That if they have me on kidnapping, aggravated assault, why are they gonna give me a fucking burglary of habitation, right? In a 2-year sentence, why they could throw the book at me and give me 20 to 30? Does it make sense? Oh, I forgot. I guess I must have snitched on Pollo Loco. I snitched on Joker and Pollo Loco, right? I got a 10 years probation, right? Isn't that what they said? I got a 10-year probation. Well, then, if I got a 10-year probation, then it must have been I got a 10-year sentence, right? And then I did 2 years and rest on probation, right? Is that what you meant? Right? Because I've only been to prison one time, right? And that was for burglary of a habitation, right? So the so-called deal y'all did, that I pleaded out to a lesser of a crime for the kidnapping and all this, is that the burglary of a habitation? So you're saying that there was 3 incidents. There was 3 incidents, and they let me pick the burglary of a habitation. Okay, Mr. Martin, we're gonna do eeny, meeny, miny, mo here. You got aggravated assault, you got kidnapping, and you got burglary of habitation. Spin the wheel. And it just happens to land on burglary of habitation. Right? Is that how the justice legal system works? That I pled out to burglary of habitation, right? Because I don't have any kind of sexual deviancy convictions of any sort, right? Usually when you plead out for a lesser crime, it usually pertains to the same type of crime, right? So does it make sense, man, that I pled out to a burglary of habitation for aggravated assault and kidnapping charges? And what did the police report say? Huh? What do the police reports say? Right? You got to go based off the police reports, man. You got to go based off affidavits, indictments, stuff like that, man. That's what you have to go based off, right? Not just what ifs. I can do a lot of what ifs. Shit, we could have done a lot of what ifs with Mark, right? But I chose not to do no what ifs. I found Brad Lucas, Charles Allen Hicks, and a few other characters that are not going to be mentioned, right? That's for a later time and day. And like I said, man, right now it's right now I want to get my notch under my belt with this one real quick. All right. Their statements have to be true, right? They have to be true, man. And all your true statements, I've explained them to you, right? I've explained them all to you. I've corrected you. So if you choose to continue to defame my character, you know what's going to happen, right? But I will be the gatekeeper from now on. I will be monitoring your content, right? I haven't been monitoring it, man. And that's the honest truth. You know I haven't, man. I don't go over there and try to fuck up my mood listening to y'all's gibberish, right? So I guess now I just got I gotta go subscribe, hit all notifications, and just do my drive-bys, man. Just drive by, see if it's open. Is the shop open today? Oh no, the shop's closed. I'll come back in a few hours, see if they open up, right? Just drive by the shop, man. Is the shop open? Nah, the shop's closed. Right? Oh, what they got going on? What they talking about? You know, just record. You never know where you might miss something, man. Right? You might miss something. Right? You might just miss something. So once like I said, man, I've damaged my own character, right? And if your argument and your counterclaim is my criminal background, nowhere on my criminal background do I have any kind of convictions, right? Plead outs, dispositions for any kind of sexual deviancy, man, or any kind of victims. Right? To call me Francisco, right? I'm not Francisco, right? You could have done your lives about Francisco, and the only one that would have probably been mad would have been Francisco, right? I'm not mad that you put Francisco's paperwork out there. Good thing you did, man. The only thing that I'm mad about is that you were trying to portray Francisco as me, right? That's the only problem that I have. Other than that, man, hey, expose them all. Expose them all. I'm all for it. I am all for it, man. Right? Expose them all. But like I said, the only problem I had was with the falseness and defamation and trying to pass Francisco off as me. That's the only issue I had. Right. So now that you made your defamation video, Mr. Mark Moore, about kidnapping and right, I will have to be tuning in, man, to your shenanigans. And I got something for you up my sleeve. But when the time is, we'll cross that bridge when we get there, buddy. All right. Right now, I'm in the Midwest right now, man. All right. I'm in the Midwest. I'll come back down south shortly. But I'm in the Midwest right now, man. I mean, and I got business to handle in the Midwest. So hopefully, we'll get some closure. It'll be very interesting, man. Right? Right. Because they asked one I know the what's it called, that stupid fuck piece of shit, the screen name was the DTS. That's the Dante Show Network, right? The Dante Show Network, right? That's what that, whoever that sympathizer was, most likely Dante, right? Explaining like, oh, why are you explaining yourself now since Mark brought it up? Well, because it's the truth. I have to tell you the truth, man. Since you brought it up and you want an explanation, I'll tell you what it is. All right? It's not what you want it to be. Right? It doesn't fit the narrative. Right? I don't run from the facts or the truth, man. Never. I won't run from the truth or facts, man. If you got truth or facts, I won't run from it, man. I'll entertain them, just like any man would. But what I won't entertain is the false, the defamation, right? The spinning of your own narrative of what you want to spin, right? So like I said, man, the only thing that I'm ashamed of my criminal record are my domestic violences, man. Right? That's it. Right? That's the only thing that's bad, man. Right? It's the domestic violence. I'm ashamed. I'm not proud of that, man. Right? I'm not proud. But I also, corrected my wrongs, man. I wasn't forced. You know what I mean? My own mind and my own heart told me what was right. So now that I've corrected you, man, you wanted to. So now, hopefully, now you'll make some videos, and you don't delete the videos. Hopefully, you don't delete them, man. Hopefully, I mean, there's no point of deleting them. I'm pretty sure somebody has a recording of it or not down the road, man. Right? Just like I'm pretty sure you got people sending you videos. I'm pretty sure I got people sending me videos, right? But I don't just click on those videos, man. Right? Because those videos, you got to download them, and ain't no telling else what else you're downloading. Right? So, if you don't record it yourself or document it yourself, don't set yourself up for failure, man, by clicking on stuff that you don't need to be clicking on, thinking that people have the best of interest for you. That's how people get got. People get bamboozled. So y'all have a good one, man. Just had to come on here and clarify a few things that these characters are slandering and defaming, doxing my home, like if I'm supposed to be scared, like, ooh, I'm scared, man, you're doxing me. Stop, all right? Stop doxing me, all right? Like, get off the gas, man, all right? You doxing me, it's public information, man. The way you're using it, yeah, it's federal. You're breaking federal law, man. Right? You're breaking the law. Yeah, you are. But what can you expect from a sexual deviant? Right? What can you expect, man? What can you expect? Can't expect him to uphold the law, be a law-abiding citizen at 50 years old. Fuck no. He wasn't a law-abiding citizen then. He ain't a law-abiding citizen now. Right? And that just tells you right there. Right? 50-year-old still don't want to face the truth of his own wrongdoings. But I don't know, man. I guess it's the culture thing now, right? I guess these guys are being embraced and part of the culture. Is that part of the culture, man? I mean, I don't know. I don't want to be part of that culture. Only side I want to be on is exposing them motherfuckers. Right? That's the only side I want to be on. Exposing them, for who they are. The apex predators. Right? So if you want to scrutinize me for my public criminal background, hey, scrutinize it, man. But don't go off defaming my character with a false narrative of kidnappings and assaults and, painting your own scenario, man. Right? Don't do that. Don't do that. Right? If you want to make videos calling me a dope fiend, and I have no problem, right? I have no problem, right? Anything that's facts, I have no problem, man. Right? Now you barely want to start talking about my criminal record. Right? You ask me, why do you want to explain yourself now? Because you're barely starting talking about my criminal record, man. You've been using others. You've been using Francisco's. Right? Now all of a sudden you want to use my own criminal record, my own, dude, that's public knowledge, man. That's past tense. That my criminal record has nothing to do with what you were doing, defaming my character, right? That has nothing to do with it, right? Because nowhere on what you were defaming my character do I have any convictions. And we wouldn't be in this situation right now, right? If you would be making videos calling me a junkie, a dope fiend, we wouldn't be in this situation. I wouldn't be suing you. I wouldn't have no grounds to sue you. Right? There's no grounds to be sued on the truth. Right? But you decided to go with the false narrative, defaming one's character, using other people's criminal convictions, not even using my own. Now you're trying to use my own, right? After we're here going to pre-trial and trial, I'm not arguing about the truth. Which you're barely questioning me about my truth, right? And I've answered them to you, right? I answered them to you today, right? I answered them to you, right? I clarified it for you. I corrected your statement that hopefully you moving forward you'll correct your statement, or if no, leave the videos up so we can start all over the process, right? Because every time you say a defamation comment, it's an incident, right? Every time, right? On October 10th at 11:35, that was one incident. And then that same video you say another time, that's another incident, right? So every time you say one defamation doesn't say, hey, that covers everything. No, that's just one fucking incident, right? Your videos, your deleted videos are just one incident, right? It's not the whole story or the history, right? That is just one incident that I caught you, right? So, if you're so confident, do your videos, keep them up, tag me in them, man. Tag me, right? I mean, don't just delete them. Don't. See, there you go. You got the habit of doing spoilage, right? That's the legal terminology for deleting evidence that can either help you or harm you, right? Why do that, man? Just keep the videos up, right? Keep the videos up, right? Keep the videos up. So, and this is to you, Mr. Mark Moore. You don't even know what's coming, right? But we'll leave it at that, man. All right, we'll leave it at that. All right, we'll leave it at that, man. It's better when you least expect it. You'll get that slap of reality. All right. But we'll cross that bridge when we get there, man. Right now we're in a. So y'all check this out, guys. Moving forward today. After I go into that courtroom, most likely I won't be doing no more lives, man. For the remainder time of this gets resolved. All right. I've been right now. It's countdown. I've been blogging all the way up to this date on my journey on suing a content creator. Now that we're getting where we need to get to, don't want because when we go to trial, I don't want to, fuck anything up now, right? So we're gonna go to trial, and may the best man win, man. So this is most likely for the time being. I will be working behind the scenes with, I got some things going on in the background. I'm not gonna let nobody know what they pertain to, who it's for, who is it from, nothing like that, man. Just realize that I'm scheming and plotting, right? And we're gonna get. I don't know, man. I don't know what we're gonna get, right? I don't know. All I can do is put the pieces in play and put them into play and see what happens. That's all I can do. And right now, I'll probably do one more live, man. Maybe before I go into court and get it out of my system. That way I can, be ready. And I don't know, man. But after today, most likely I won't do no more lives, man. I'm gonna have to be busy, gatekeeping. I'm just gonna be in the silent background, man. Right? I've given y'all a lot of help, man. Right? To where hopefully y'all can have some kind of argument. Right? But like I said, man, I'm a mental patient, man. I'm a psych patient. Sometimes I might interpret something. Hey, maybe I interpreted something wrong here, right? I don't know. Maybe the judge will put me in my place and say, hey, you interpret this wrong, Mr. Martinez, right? Based off your criminal record, you don't deserve the rights of a public or a private citizen. Hey, who knows, right? Right? Maybe that no bill might hurt me, right? Who knows, right? Maybe that no bill will hurt me. Who knows, right? But all I know is that a no bill is a legal document that the state of Texas proves your innocence, right? Not that I had to prove my innocence. I didn't have to go through the motions and get booked in and hire an attorney and court transcripts and all that good stuff when you go to court, right? So it's just a legal document that the state of Texas provided, clearing my name of any wrongdoing, right? Now, if I would have had a conviction, I think maybe your words, maybe your statements would be kind of true, right? Not based, opinionated, right? So who knows, right? I'm just a plaintiff, man. I'm going in there. Who knows, right? Maybe that no bill might hurt me, right? I would hope not, because at the end of the day, it's not a conviction, it's not a plead out, it's a document from the state of Texas of clearing me of any wrongdoing, right? They themselves, not me going through the motions and hiring an attorney and pleading my innocence and showing not and pleading my no, they did it themselves, right? So it's a legal document that says, hey, right? Can somebody form an opinion? Yes, right? Most definitely, anybody can form an opinion, right? Anybody. But when you go off and you speak about it as facts on third publishing platforms, that's where it makes it a problem, right? To where you go off and find Francisco Martinez's paperwork and try to portray him off me, the malice and the intentions, right? Negligence, either way, whatever, private or public, negligence, malice, right? Proves of what you were trying to do, right? And by you deleting the videos, doesn't seem like you were being opinion, right? You weren't just being opinion, because if you would have spoken as his opinion, you wouldn't have deleted the videos. So you deleted the videos as, you know, trying to hide your crime, right? Trying to hide your crime by deleting the video, which is, the terminology for that is spoilages, right? The thumbnail right there, almost, you know, probably diverted from the word spoiled or something, right? Because, you know, what spoiled gets thrown away. Same thing, right? So, I don't know, man. All right. If harboring a runaway can fit your narrative of being a monster, well, it might affect me, right? It might not, right? It might not. But like I said, I've damaged my own character, by my own actions and my own statements and my own doings, and me being in places that, you know, doing this, doing that, right? I've damaged my own character, right? To leave it up to people to scrutinize me, I understand that, man. That's what happens when you become a public figure, right? You're gonna get scrutinized, especially if you have criminal convictions, right? You're gonna get scrutinized. That's just the way it is, right? But you're still entitled to rights, right? To where these opinionated statements, or were these factual statements said, right? And you can express your opinion, but when you go off and find Francisco Martinez paperwork and try to portray it, it means more than just trying to portray or express your opinion. Now you're trying to convict me on social media in your kangaroo court, right? So hopefully, you know, the judge can see things the way I see it, which, man, you know, I would hope they don't, because I'm a uneducated man, right? I would hope that they would see it to the best of their knowledge and to the best of what the law is, right? Not just he said, she said, right? Not just what ifs. It has to be factuals. So in the next couple of hours, clock is ticking. Gotta get ready. Gotta say my prayer. Get on my knees and, you know, thank God. Ask Him for the guidance, the courage, the composure, and the guidance, right? It's I'm gonna leave it all in His hands, man. You know, I just have to present it with the facts, right? with the facts. So I hate it, man, that I'm not gonna be able to, not keep y'all in tune as I've been doing on my journey. But my journey has come to not to an end, but it's come to a place to where I have to respect the law, man. All right. I have to give the legal system its due process. And by me doing videos why we're an actual free trial and trial, it's just not, right now it's final hours, right? It's the final hours, man, of me being able to vent, correct these folks. And thank you, man. Thank you for saying you made a live and slandering me that I corrected your narrative, right? So now if you do videos, please do correction on him, and don't delete him, man. Don't delete him. All right? Don't delete him. All right? Don't delete him. Just y'all have a good one. May the best man win. And that's all I can say, man. May the best man win. Whatever God you pray to him. I pray to my God. Whoever's God listens to, it's going to favor. Right? If you felt that what you were doing in your heart was right, then God will favor you, my brother. Right? But if you know deep down that your heart's corrupted and you're asking God to help you, I don't know, man. We Mexicans, you know what we Mexicans do, man? The Mexicans have the Santa Muerte. You know what the Santa Muerte is, man? That when you're doing something wrong, you don't go pray to God. You go pray to Santa Muerte. All right? When you're doing something wrong, you go pray to the Santa Muerte. All right? 'Cause she's gonna guide you, man. She's gonna protect you on your evil missions, on what you're doing wrong, right? Breaking the law, right? The Santa Muerte is gonna protect you from breaking the law, right? You're gonna ask for guidance that if the cops see you, don't let the cops see you. Don't let the cops catch me. And if they see me, don't let them catch me, right? You pray for guidance from the Santa Muerte when you do bad stuff, right? So I know I'm doing good stuff, man. I'm gonna get on my knees and pray to the man upstairs, right? Ask him for his guidance and help, right? I'm not doing nothing wrong, man, right? If I was doing something wrong, man, I'd be going to the Santa Muerte right now, right? I'd be like, hey, mamacita, look out for me. I'm about to go do something, right? But you know what? My heart's not corrupted. My heart is trying to make amends, man. Before I go, help people, man. Help better mankind with my own little grain of salt. Right? I'm not gonna change the world, but I can add my little grain of salt to the world, man. Of making the world a better place for humans, right? Exposing these sexual deviants. Because once again, man, I got into this by exposing sexual deviants. Right? Not talking about the pastor or the law-abiding citizen. No. Right? So I know, man, in my heart, my soul, my mind, even in my balls, man, that I'm doing the right thing. Right? And I'm doing the right thing for the right purposes. Right? I'm doing it for the better of mankind. I'm not doing it for self-monetary gain or trying to normalize the deviancy of one's actions. Far from it, man. Right? So now, as we get closer to this judgment, man, I want to be right with God, man. I want to be. I told you before, man. You know, as you like, a lot of y'all guys like calling me a junkie because I overdosed. But to me, man, that was a life experience, man. That, man, it took for me to die to realize, right? And not that many people have that life experience, man. Go Google it, man. You know, how many times have that, you know, or if you've gone through an outer body experience, man. Right? So that's why I experienced something so lovely, man. Right? Something that was so tragic and scary that, you know, I could have died, but at the end of the day, it made me realize, man, that so there is something truth to that religion. There's truth to it, man. You know, do we get reincarnated? I don't know. Do we leave somewhere else? I don't know. Right? I don't know. But I can only tell you my journey of what I've been through. Right? And when I overdosed, man, that was the best thing that ever happened to me in my life, man. Right? Because it made me stop doubting God. It took that what if, right? That doubt. That, man, you know, everybody believes in this person and ain't nobody seen them. They, you know, you got to have faith at the mustard seed and faith this and, you know, believing into something that's not there, right? I'm pretty sure for many others, just like myself, it's harder to believe in something that you can't grasp, and you can't hold, you can't see, right? It's almost like somebody telling you bullshit, right? But you got to have faith, man. That's what they tell you. Right? So when I overdosed, man, it was a life experience for God to make me realize that there is something more, right? That, hey, you want to be questioning me? You want to be questioning me? You want all these what ifs? Here you go. Comprehend this, right? Comprehend this situation of where I put you at now. What are you going to make out of it? And what I made out of it is that there's something else after here. All right, there is something else. I don't know, man. Nobody has came back and said, hey, man, you better be good because over there on the other side is good. Nobody's came back, right? I was able to come back, but I don't know how far I went, right? I don't know how far I went, but I was able to be blessed to come back, right? So for me, for what you feel to belittle me and criticize me and talk bad about me, for me it was a eye-opening experience, man, that only I experienced and went through it. So only I can achieve it and reap the rewards of my own experience, right? So if I reap the rewards of my own experience, man, it trumps everything, the negativity, the doping, the junkie that you say, because I attained something from it. And what I attained from it means more than your criticism of calling me a junkie, a dope fiend, right? Because from that experience, I was able to attain something maybe that not too many people experience, man. To me, it was a experience that God exists, man, that there's something there. People go their lives questioning God. Are you really there, God? Is there really something there more than what we see? I was blessed to go through a tragic moment. Right. Man, I overdosed, man. My whole body shut down, man. What I mean shut down, I was in the hospital for about a month or two. Right. I had to have a fucking catheter up in me. Right. I couldn't piss on my own. I couldn't, right? My mind would be like push, and they weren't just working. They weren't working together for a couple of weeks, right? Then after time, my body started coming back to normal. My functionality started coming back to normal. I could have been brain dead, right? All right. If my systems and my organs were already fucking not functioning, but I was able to make it through, man. All right. So in a way, I thank you, man. Like, hey, man, thank you, man. You gave me. I was privileged to see something that not too many people are privileged or experienced to see, man, in their lifetime. Right? People go to the grave doubting and questioning and wondering about God, man. I'm glad to say that I don't have that doubt, man. I don't have that doubt. That doubt's been proven to me that whatever it is, there's more. I don't know what it is, man, but there is something more than life after this. Right? I experienced it. So, for what people feel, criticize me and belittle or talk down, to me, man, it's a life experience, man, that maybe yourself will never get, right? Why do you think Aaron Rodgers goes and drinks them ayahuasca? Why do you think all these people go to these countries and they drink these liquids to put them in a trance, to open up their dimensions to, right? Because you have to almost go into another dimension to be able to access those portals, man. But not everybody is privileged to those experiences, man. Right? And some of those experiences, make us better. Some of those experiences just make you not give a fuck and be like, hey, right? You'll continue. You'll continue to do what you were doing. Right? And I've explained it, man, how I overdosed, man. Right? I think I got a video up there. Right? I wasn't no junkie, man. Right? I showed up to a party and people were partying, right? I thought the lines were coke, man. Right? I was drunk. Right? So I said, I do me a couple of lines, I pick myself up. Right? No. Right? It was something totally different that almost cost me my life. So, if I speak of it, I don't speak of it as in the way to glorify it or idolize it or look at me. No, man, it's just my life experience, man. That this is what I learned from it, man. This is what I went through. This has happened to me, and this is what I learned from it, man. The cause and effect. I had always doubted God, man. I had always thought, why does God allow all this bad shit to happen to good people and let all the bad people? Don't you notice that every time a DWI person, man, they're always the ones that end up surviving? If you go look at all the DWI cases, man, majority of them, the guy that's drunk survives, man. And you got to ask yourself, man, be like, why would God do that, man? Here you got this guy doing everything wrong, and then you got these people over here minding their business. He hits them, they're unalived. You question this stuff, man. Be like, damn, why didn't that guy go? You question why so people like Mark Moore are so hateful, right? Do that type of shit to their victims, right? Just like the same way David Mendenhall would question God. Why me? Why me? Why am I going through this? Right? Maybe, hopefully, I would hope, man, that David Mendenhall's up there, somewhere doing what God wanted him to do, man. Right? Who knows, man? Right? Who knows? So hopefully, man, my emotions today are running wild, man. I'm anxiety, man. I wanna. I don't know, man. It's just. It's hot. It's hot, man. I don't know, man. Now I got a debate. I don't know if I should wear a sweater, long sleeve shirt, short sleeve shirt. I don't know, man. Just gotta. I'll probably just go the way I was gonna go, man. Fuck it. You know. Don't really know, man. But you gotta look good, man. You got, first impressions mean a lot, man. I better go get me some breakfast right now, man. Start getting my shit together. Right now, just down here, man. Getting my emotions right, man. I didn't know you could pay people, man. There's channels, man, that you can pay channels and they'll run stories for you, man. I didn't know that shit. It's like there's content creators that sell you a spot, sell you a story, man. Be like, hey, here, I'm gonna toss you $50, man, but I need you to talk about this, right? You can continue to try to silence my channel. You can continue mass reporting it. You continue doing all that, man. Right. The word will eventually get out, man. Right. The word will eventually get out. Right. And it's a. Nobody really wants to be talking about exposing these booty bandits, man. Everybody wants to be embracing them and being part of the culture. Nobody wants to expose them. Everybody wants to have a few laughs, a few giggles at the expense of victims. Right. Y'all have a good one, man. Probably be on here one last time. of my journey on suing a content creator for defamation of character on YouTube. Right? My journey has come to the doorsteps of the courtroom, to where I have to respect the courtroom, and moving forward, since we're in the actual courtroom now, I will be going silent for the time being. I will ask these type of questions. I got a few questions. How long I got for my presentation. Certain things. How long is my presentation? How long is my argument? How much time do I have to? Right. I know it's a civil case. I don't know if it works like criminal case where they give you up to 2 years. Right. I don't want that to happen. I want trial as soon as possible, man. Right. I don't need no extensions. Right. I don't need no kind of extensions. Nothing. Right. After today, I will be going silent for the time being. I'm at the front door of the court. Now it's time for me to let the courts take and let them do process and let them handle it. Right, it's out of my control now. It's out of my control now that I'm actually entering the courtroom. I have to go silent, man. I have to respect the legal system and let them do their due process. So thank y'all, everybody, man. Hopefully we'll get some clarification. We'll get some justice, and we'll go from there, man. We'll go from there. If the statements were true, well then I have no choice, right? But like I told y'all, fellas, 99.9 all lies, right? All lies. No, nothing other than my own criminal history. Do you speak facts? Right. The misinterpretation of legal documents, I already explained it to you. If you were a lawyer, it'd be considered malpractice. Right? But since you're not an attorney, it's considered liable, and it falls under defamation of character. Right? So just because you have a legal document that you decided to misinterpret to fit your narrative, we'll go from there, man. Right. Y'all have a good one. And I'm gonna ask the judge, man. Be like, look, I am a public figure. I do document my journey on this. What can I can't do? If she says, hey, you can't be posting, or you can't be, then I won't post, man. But if she says, hey, if you've been doing it and you're not slandering or you're not defaming anybody, then why not? Right? It's not like I'm hurting my case, right? I want facts. Right? With me, it's facts. Right? It's facts. I'm not slandering, or I clarified a couple of their misinformed stories or scenarios, and if they continue to do videos, which I'm going to be monitoring their platforms and channels and see what they put out there, man. Right? If it's formulated opinion based off of truth, I don't care. Right? I don't care. What I do care is the false kidnapping and all these fake scenarios, right? That's slandering and defamation of character, man. Right? Right? Something you and Mark Moore wish they could do, right? Sue people for defaming y'all's own character. But sad to say that y'all defamed y'all's own character, right? Y'all's own actions. One for being a sexual deviant, one for being an apex predator on social media, right? Your behavior is going to be painted out as pure malice, negligence, and you were speaking as you were very convincing and convicted, and you were speaking as factual, not opinionated, right? You were speaking like I was convicted of these crimes, right? To the point that you went over there and found an actual convicted person, Francisco Martinez, right? That we don't look alike. The only thing that we have in common is the name, last name, but that's Martinez is a fucking common last name, man. Right? It's a common name. The mockery of the cease and desist, the panels. I don't know, man. Hopefully the judge sees it the way I see it. Maybe she can see a lot. Maybe she can see it for what it is than what I can, right? Y'all have a good one. I'll catch y'all around, fellas.